nation. Prince Hall sought the light, fought against segregation. No room in the lives of the white establishment. So we built the foundation that knows no boundaries. And overseas in Uruguay, under a clear sky, they sought no division but the universal flight. One brotherhood, so ring the noble refrain. But human nature wanted to be bigger, more powerful. Behind closed doors and the deepest secrecy, the language of connection soon became a cold claim. For the UGLE looked down from his British throne. Arrogance became the norm, exclusion the reward. France broke the chains through the dogmas, overboard. And so harmony was disrupted by cold strife. They secretly altered the signs, changed the grip. Hijacking rituals became a cunning trick. Charlatans and kings fighting for power forgot the enlightenment the world is waiting for. The mammal in the temple sought the highest pecking order, while the true foundation collapsed into the mud. Oh, align your mind, open your soul, heal the body from the pain. Let brotherhood on the streets be a pure anchor again. From the national level to the world on the map, any layer that walks backward is no longer worth the life. Break the chain of the hurt, step out of the blind line now. Enlightenment is no trick, enlightenment lives in me. Yeah. Then came the Nazis with their ice cold gaze. 1,000-year conspiracy theory trapped in terror. They plundered the lodges, took everything with them. From the Hague to Poznan, across land and across sea. The Grandmaster murdered the heritage on the train. Even the Soviet to Moscow like that booty just fine. They wanted the secrets, the registers, the structure, but they left only an open wound upon the wall. And the lodges that reopened, traumatized and afraid, swept the ground from under the newcomer for generations long. In the 70s, the crisis hit hard. The looking in the barracks, discouraged and tired. The enemies, brothers came with the strength of their own, but ran into the distrust of the incumbent power. And from Uruguay, the thinker fled from the sword, connected by trade, but he declared an invasion. Played by narcissists, excluded and subjugated, while the thieves fed on their credit card without right. The fear of what is different, the fear of new blood, made human instinct do the wrong instead of the good. Align your mind, open your soul, heal the body from the pain. Let brotherhood on the streets be a pure anchor again. From the national level to the world on the map, any layer that walks backward is no longer worth the life. Break the chain of the hurt, step out of the blind line now. Enlightenment is no trick, enlightenment lives in me. Look to the other side, where the depression now overflows, where the civil servant no longer sells their conscience. 150,000 people leaving the machine because they refuse to bow to the dictates of the state. See the agents with their mags, anonymous in the ranks, afraid of their own faces because the conscience resides somewhere. Those who can look into the future of time know that history liberates no tyrant. The public school was the factory of reason, not meant for a police state but for peace. No messiah needed, no herd to follow. Let the algorithms rage, we are no longer resentful. So put on a t-shirt with the text that says it all. Civil disobedience, humor and justice. Civilly disobedient to the hype of the day, because an autonomous individuals allow a thing for themselves. Track the US versus them thinking it is a primitive game. The mammal is damaged, but we will repair it just fine. Freemasonry steps out of the shadow of power, not as a secret society, but as human strength. We find ourselves to see the other, without manipulators, without dogmas besides. Align your mind, open your soul, heal the body from the pain. Let brotherhood on the streets be a pure anchor again. From the national level to the world on the map, any layer that walks backward is no longer worth the life. Break the chain of the hurt, step out of the blind line now. Enlightenment is no trick, enlightenment lives in me. The ground has not been swept away, we are building it anew. No open wound anymore, but a universal review. We are never backed by nature, the system was just cold. Live out freedom yourself, be autonomous and bold. Step forward, light on.